Hello, Cancers. Thank you for coming to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your January monthly reading. Really quick, just a few things. So I have been a little bit of on a hiatus. So if you want to tune into Cosmic Combos, I'll be uploading some videos there soon about what I've gone through the last 3 to 4 months, my journey, revelations, epiphanies, things I've learned. And I'm going to start actually uploading more videos to that channel as more topics and ideas come through. So if you have any ideas that you would like me to talk about on there, definitely go ahead and email me, which all that contact info is going to be on the channel as well as in the description box. Second thing is disclaimer, Cancers. So my readings need to resonate up to 90%. Resonate means that you are not forcing, you're not having to overthink. It's not really hard to see where different things play out in your life that I'm talking about in this reading. So things will flow very naturally. You'll be able to easily be like, yep, that's that person, that's that situation, and that's that problem, okay? That's resonating. So 90% of it needs to resonate because my readings specifically, I do not do them where it is okay to pick, pull, prod little pieces that fit and avoid everything else that doesn't. If the whole thing resonates, then it's your message. If only a few things resonate, don't take those things because they're going to be a part of the full message, and so either it resonates or it does not. Okay? If it is a future kind of prediction energy, I'll let you know that as well. Obviously, those energies will not resonate because they haven't happened. If it is a channeled message, I will definitely try to let you know that as well. Finally, Cancer, if you ever want a personal reading or to purchase any of my products, anything like that, look at that description box below again. That's going to have my Etsy shop link. That's the only place that you can get a reading or purchase anything from me. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I immediately am feeling like pressure almost on my throat chakra here. So there might be something that you guys are wanting to communicate. You're not communicating. There's something around communication, something about I feel like your own personal truth here, Cancer. There's something in regards to that. So let's go ahead and pull some cards, tap into the energy, see what comes out here. I'm seeing green. I'm seeing a lot of green, like actually visually seeing green on the table. So maybe you're not communicating your heart space, maybe. Typically, like when the heart chakra is blocked, the throat chakra is also blocked. It's weird. Those two get blocked at the same time a lot. What do we need to know for Cancers in January? What do we have for Cancer in January? Yeah, I'm actually getting a lot of different energies from tapping into your guys' energy. There's a lot going on. Okay, what do we need to know for Cancer in January? What do we need to know for Cancer in January? What do we need to know for Cancers in January? For Cancers in January. Honestly, Cancer, first off, I'm going to hold the selenite because there's a lot of energies that I am picking up on, okay? Physically, I am picking up on them. Mentally, I feel it. I see it, okay? Second thing is, as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm going to keep shuffling them, but I'm being completely honest here. The message that I keep being told is this is going to be primarily a channeled message, and so I don't need the cards per se. It's like I'm being told, like, just start talking about the energies you're feeling. The messages will flow through that. But for your guys' sake, I do want to at least pull some, at least like 3 cards here, just to give you a view, okay? Messages for Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? First one out is Knight of Wands. Messages for Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? Whew. What do we have for Cancer? And look at that. They gave me 2 cards, and I'm gonna stop trying to pull from there because it's like the messages are just building up the more that I'm trying to shuffle here. So we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. Typically these cards, excuse me, the Knight of Wands is usually perceived as like a card of someone who kind of follows their passions. You know, they go from one situation to the next. They never stick around in one place too long. They stay as long as their passion is there, as long as the heart is there. They have the energy pointing them, you know, where they go. The Queen of Wands is more of very charming, very capable, positive, energetic. The beautiful thing that I kind of love about the Queen of Wands card is that she has traveled through the dark and the light of herself. Okay. There is no positive or negative, but she's very balanced because she's very comfortable with the darker energies within herself. So that means like she's done her shadow work, and that's why she's able to be in this very confident, loving, energetic, empowered, really, really bright energy here. Okay. And then the High Priestess is all about, people will perceive it as secrets, but really for me it's more of you're privy to knowledge that most people aren't. Okay. And so that can come off as a secret, absolutely. But in this reading, for the purposes of this reading, the energy I'm getting from that High Priestess is going to be more of like a, you know, things other people don't know, you know. And it's not like a people telling you secrets. It's more of, you are privy to this information because you are spiritual, because you are connected, because you watch tarot, you know, like because you know, you get your own downloads. It's something like that, where it's through a spiritual connection. It's through something spiritual that's giving you these messages, these downloads, this information that just the average Joe who doesn't, you know, practice or see or look into those things would know. Okay. So those are the three cards we have on the table for you. I want to start talking about the energies, okay? The energies that I'm immediately feeling when I tap into your energy, Cancer. It feels a little chaotic. It feels a little chaotic. I feel drained almost, like tired in a way. Like I wasn't really tired and now I am, and my third eye is like about to explode here. I'm getting a lot of chakra energies with you guys, okay? Even coming into the reading, I'm seeing the green. I'm feeling the throat chakra being blocked. I'm feeling like my third eye is going to explode. Like I'm getting a lot of energy here from you guys when it comes to the chakras. And what this means for you is either some of you are doing a lot of chakra work, or some of you need to really do some chakra work. I feel it's more the first one. I feel like Cancers, you all are possibly trying to get more in touch and more in tap with your energetic kind of higher self, spiritual side. And the way that you're doing that is by really focusing on your chakras, trying to align them, trying to clear them. And so for those of you who, feeling it on the chin, man. For those of you that are working on your chakras, the three chakras that you need to focus on are going to definitely be the throat, the heart, and the third eye. I feel what's happening with the throat is there's some kind of blockage here. You're not speaking your truth. You're not, and sometimes when people say like the throat is communication, it's also like your inner communication that you have with yourself. Like are you accepting your own truth? Are you accepting your own knowledge that you know to be true? And then when you speak it, you know, obviously if you accept it in here, it's easier to speak it out there. And with the throat, I feel like with some of you, there's, with this High Priestess, it's like you're receiving the information, but are you accepting it? Are you allowing it to really hit you in the way it's meant to? Or are you like, no, that can't be true. No, I know I'm getting the download. I know I feel this way. I know my intuition is telling me this, but I just don't believe it. That can't be true. That's not right. Okay. With the heart chakra, I feel like your heart chakra is actually very open. Okay. Great thing. Great thing. But when it's more open than every other chakra, there's going to be a misalignment. You're going to feel a lot of pressure in that chest area. Not only that, it can be what they say is like overactive. Heart chakras can be overactive. You're overly giving. You're overly sympathetic. You're overly loving. You're falling in love with every stranger, okay? And what that calls for is a need to put up boundaries. And I feel like that Queen of Wands that Queen of Wands holds a lot of that heart space energy, surprisingly, even though she might be lit fire sign. She has no issues putting up boundaries, and that's part of the reason why I see she is so strong, empowered, and confident, is because she holds these boundaries wherever she needs to with anyone. It doesn't matter who it is. And I'm not talking boundaries like the Queen of Swords, where you're cut off, you're cold, you're stifled, right? These are boundaries where it's like I can interact with everyone on a beautiful, energetic, happy, excited, optimistic, conversation, interaction, whatever. But I will also make sure that when I am in these interactions, the energy I am giving off is that you will talk to me this way. You will treat me this way. This is not okay to do with me. I am not one to be played with. I am not one to be taken advantage of. I know and understand who I am enough to tell you that this is not okay to do to me. This is not okay to say to me. This is not okay to act towards me. Okay? The Queen of Wands knows herself very well. And she's very okay with letting everyone else know this is how it is. And the moment someone falls out of line and is treating her, interacting with her, talking to her in what she deems is what is inappropriate, not good for her energy, there is a hard, okay, we need to address this because I will not put up with it. If you continue to do this, we will not have an interaction, okay? She's very confident with putting up those boundaries. And I feel like with this heart chakra space being so open for you guys right now, it's really asking you to put those boundaries in place here to protect that heart chakra, because you don't want it to close down completely, right? But you want it to be open, but you don't want to be taken advantage of. You don't want to be played. You don't want to be walked over because you're just so open and loving, and like you can't see when people are being just nasty and you're making excuses for them, or you're not putting up boundaries where it's necessary. So that's what I'm feeling for the heart space is like, yeah, keep it open, but you guys focus on putting up boundaries as well. that will help that will help tame a little bit of how overactive it is right now. And it's so funny because I pull 3 cards and I'm totally getting like 3 chakra energies that I need to talk about with you guys. Okay. So we already went over the throat. Funny enough, it's all blue. So we already went over the throat. Now the heart. Excuse me. So focusing on this third eye, more than likely this Knight of Wands is going to come into play somewhere for the third eye. For the third eye, I feel a lot of pressure. Lots and lots of pressure. And I'm going to open up and share something with you guys. So, and this is part of what I was going to talk about on Cosmic Combos, okay? I definitely took a step back from doing tarot. And definitely from uploading videos and posting them on YouTube, because I felt like I wasn't clicking in the right way to protect my energies. And so after I would do a reading, I'd just be absolutely drained for days, like even weeks. And I felt like I just needed to focus and practice and remember how to kind of get back in touch with myself, where I'm recognizing my own energies versus other people's energies, but also remembering how to put up my own boundaries so that when I walk away from doing a tarot reading, I don't carry the energy of all the collective people that I've just tapped into. I'm not carrying that energy with me throughout the day and having like mood swings and feeling all these emotions, and it's like, what's going on? So part of why I walked away was that, right? Now, part of the reason I came back, I actually did not want to come back yet. Not because I don't enjoy doing tarot. I love doing tarot. I love doing collective readings, and I love being able to interact with you guys and offer personal readings. I love tarot, and I would never not want to be able to do it. But I did not feel that I was ready to come back because I hadn't gotten 100% control over all my boundaries, all my emotions. And I also was kind of enjoying that I was able to focus more on my personal things rather than being in a place of constantly guiding and um, using my energies, towards others. I was able to pull those energies in and kind of use it on myself, which was very nice. But what happened, and is still happening, is right before the new year happened, towards the end of December, I got really sick, and I thought it was the flu. And I was kind of guided towards different pieces of information as well as looking up different things. And a lot of my symptoms actually matched more of like a Kundalini rising awakening, like a spontaneous awakening. And I've definitely am aware of Kundalini. I know what it is. I've researched it in the past. I've looked it up. I dabbled with like trying to open it, but then I was kind of like, no, it'll open when it's time. Like, now's not the time. I'm not interested in really pursuing that. It takes a lot of work, dedication, effort. It's not the path I chose to go down at that time. And so I kind of had a realization that I think spontaneously my Kundalini actually, like, I had an awakening. And for 3 weeks, I was just sick as a dog. I finally kind of got over it. I noticed some really strange things, where there's different things that I've had with myself, where like asthma, for 5 to 6 years, I've literally had to take medication every day, twice a day, to control my asthma. After I was sick and kind of realizing it could have been a Kundalini awakening, I have been unmedicated. I have not been taking my medication. I haven't needed my inhaler. And if you knew how severe my asthma was, like, you'd be as shocked as I was that I'm even able to sit here right now and breathe and sit upright, and I can go outside, I can move, I can do things and not have any triggers with my asthma whatsoever. And I'm not taking any steroids to control it. That's kind of a part of what Kundalini awakening does. Is it's energy that pushes through all of your chakras, all of your energy, and it really clears out any blockages. And if you look into like Chinese or Western medicine, not Western, sorry, but if you look in like Chinese traditional medicine, one of the things they teach is that all of your physical ailments, any sicknesses, disease, anything like that can be linked back to your chakra centers. And it's actually more of a spiritual thing that's happening, but it's acting out as a symptom physically. And for asthma, what they say is that that's a blockage inside of your heart chakra. Um, and so when Kundalini awakening is happening, when you have that Kundalini energy rising through your chakras, it's a part of that experience is it's clearing out any blocked, stagnant energy. It's forcing that energy to be cleared out. So a lot of times you can experience like an exaggerated symptom that has always been around, and then it suddenly is gone. And it's because it's that energy is focusing on clearing it out, right? So that's part of the reason why I was like, I think this could be Kundalini, because of the asthma thing. And then I've had other like physical ailments that it gets really exaggerated and then all of a sudden it's just gone. And that's what's been happening kind of like the last couple of weeks. But one of the things that never left, was I started to feel a lot of, I promise it all links together, guys. I promise it does. And this is probably why they told me it's going to be more channeled than anything. One of the things I started to experience is I had a really bad cough that I could not get rid of. I know you guys have seen me coughing a few times here, like that, which is still some of that mucus that's like leaving my body. But it was much worse, where it wasn't mucus. I just had a dry cough. Like it would not go away. Couldn't get rid of it. By the way, I did take COVID symptom tests and other tests, and I was negative for everything. Sickness wise, and this cough was beyond frustrating. I couldn't get rid of it. Every day, every minute, I'm coughing to the point like my sides are hurting. Okay, my stomach hurts from just coughing, coughing, coughing. Nothing would get rid of it. And at the same time, I had this headache that was just like the worst thing in the world. It wasn't actually physically painful. It was extremely uncomfortable and it would not go away. It just stayed. It was like a tension headache, like a pressure headache, okay? And it was all centered around my third eye. Could not figure out what was wrong. I sat down, I meditated for a while, and I really tried to meditate and ask myself, ask my guides, whatever would answer me. I'm kind of like, what is going on? Where is this energy trying to go? Why is it trapped here? What needs to happen? How do I resolve this? Like give me some guidance. Like I can't figure this out. It's frustrating me. I don't like living like this. Sucks, whatever. Pity party me. And the messages that I received was essentially I am receiving a lot of intuitive information, a lot. Like my third eye is very much open, it's awake, it's thriving, it's receiving all this information, all this knowledge, all this insight energy. And that's why I have so much pressure and so much energy just built up here, is because it's really coming in, like it's very open. And then I was kind of like, well, what's going on with my throat and how do I resolve the third eye thing, right? And the next message that came in is your throat chakra is triggering you. It's the reason you're coughing so much is because you're not speaking the energy you're actually receiving. You're not speaking the information that your third eye is picking up on. And so even though I wasn't like lying, I wasn't like not speaking my truth, but because I myself was not, like I was kind of ignoring that information I was receiving through my third eye, to the point that it was building up pressure in my third eye, but it also was triggering my throat chakra to have issues because I was not speaking the information I was being given. I wasn't speaking the things that I was just like, I would just know things. I would just see things. For the first time ever, I've been having lots of premonitions, lots of extremely vivid dreams. And I've gotten to the point where I'm actually seeing my premonitions act out. So I know that's what they are. But I'm not speaking about them. I'm not really, like, even for myself, I'm not sitting with myself and asking like myself, what does that mean? And how does that change anything? And like, I'm not acknowledging the information I'm receiving. And it was like, you need to start doing your readings again. Because I'm like, well, how do I fix this? Okay, it's good to know the problem, but what's the solution? How do I overcome these energies? um, Excuse me. And the only message that came through very loud and clear is it's time to start doing your tarot readings again. Like, you need to start doing the collective readings again. You need to start tapping into the tarot energy and sharing that energy, sharing that information, that guidance, that insight with people. And like, use the platform that you already have to do that. Like, it's time to get back to doing what you were starting to do already. Like, but now you need to do it full throttle. So I started working on it. I kind of like started updating some stuff and getting ready to do the readings again. The second I started actually working on it, like not even doing the readings, but started working on it, that pressure alleviated. My cough started to go away. And since I've been doing the tarot readings, again, January is the first month that I've been back doing them. Since I've been doing them, I have felt so much better. Between the throat and the third eye. Obviously, I still have a little bit of a cough. I think there's energies that are still working their way out. And even more interesting, if I go more than a day without sitting down and looking at tarot cards and delivering some kind of message, whether it's to you guys, whether it's to someone else, like on a personal level, for myself, even sometimes. If I don't sit down and tap into like the information that my third eye is open and ready to receive and then share it, I start to get that pressure in my third eye again. I start to get a really uncomfortable headache. I have not been able to go a full 24 hours without that head pressure coming back in. And so it's like, okay, the universe, my energy, my body, whatever it is, it's telling me exactly what I need to do. And it's letting me, excuse me, and it's letting me know the frequency even that I need to do it. Like on a consistent basis, every day, you need to be sitting down and doing something, whether it's, and trust me, meditation helps, but it does not resolve it. When I do tarot readings and when I tap into different energies and I channel messages, that's what resolves that head pressure. That's what gives me relief from all of that discomfort, okay? As well as the coughing. The coughing will increase if I'm tapping into energies or anything like that, but I'm not saying it, or if I'm guided to like talk to someone and I don't, my coughing actually increases. So it's almost like I'm being forced to use my voice to speak the knowledge, the truth, the things that I'm open to receive and able to receive. So I say all that to say, for a very specific reason, I wasn't going to share any of this until I did until I did a cosmic convo video. But I feel like that's what's happening with your guys' third eye chakra. I feel as you work on your chakras, your energy centers are going to open and you're going to experience different things, okay? Even now with my cough, it's like that throat chakra is still being unblocked. I am still actively working to get it completely unblocked. So you will notice certain symptoms come through as you are working on your chakras. For me, that's how I know it's not completely unblocked yet. There's more that I need to do on my end to get that completely unblocked. And that's why I still have a little bit of a cough. But I also know that with the pressure in the head coming back every day, I need to find a way to incorporate spirituality practices, meditation, channeling every day. It's not something that I can do off and on like I did in the past. I have to create a consistency with it. Otherwise, I'm going to be kind of like suffering, you know? So as you work on those chakras, as you're balancing those chakras out, just be very aware that it is going to create symptoms for you. It's going to create different things that happen. And so with this head pressure that I definitely like, because I was fine, and then as soon as I start doing your reading, it was like beaming, but not in the way that I've been experiencing it. It actually felt like more painful, like an actual headache almost instead of pressure. So it's a different feeling than when it's like meant for me. So that's how I know that that's a sign that it's meant for you guys. With that pressure, if you're experiencing it, if you're opening up that third eye, make sure that you're taking time each day, every other day. You're taking time to actually sit with those energies that you're starting to receive or open up. I know as soon as that third eye for me got really open to the way it is, I'm like I said, I'm having premonitions. I'm starting to see different things in my physical reality. I've always been able to see like energy colors around people, but now I see them everywhere. I see them on more than just people, and it's almost like a daily thing. I see different, things happening in my environment that I've never seen before. And it's like, wow, I'm very much more aware of the spiritual side, the energetic side of the world in my waking, living, everyday life versus like just dreaming about it, okay? You'll start to have very vivid dreams. Start to write those dreams down, document them, create a journal, do something to like get that energy out, right? As you receive it, you need to be able to do something with it. Otherwise, it just stays there, and it just builds up. But you also need to make sure you're putting boundaries in place with that third eye as well. Making sure that you're protecting your energy and the energy around you, the energy in your home, your space, making sure that nothing can come in, because it's like you're becoming a light, you know, and anything and everything wants to go towards a light, including things that maybe you don't want around you. So be very aware of that. And I feel like that's why it is being represented by this Knight of Wands, because it's kind of like it takes you on a very new journey of life. A lot of different avenues, a lot of different things that get opened up to you, a lot of different adventure kind of areas. But you don't want to stay stuck on one single thing, because you're being introduced to a lot of different things right now. Okay? A lot of zodiac signs actually are. It's a lot of the energy of the collective is being introduced to a lot of different things right now. Sorry, Cancer. So we're at 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and close the reading out, but that is the energies I'm getting for you guys in January. So if this resonates for you, just know that if you're working on opening up those chakras, getting them aligned, maybe some of you are even working on your Kundalini energy, you know, which if you are, definitely make sure you're doing some research, because it's not like a fun thing for that to open or to start awakening in you. So those of you that are working on that spiritual development side of yourselves, if you're experiencing these things, be aware of them. Know that it's going to change your reality. It's going to change you physically. It's going to change how you think, how you manifest, how you see things around you. So be ready for that shift and prepare for it, and make sure you're doing all of this in a healthy way. Putting up boundaries, protecting your energy. Like, you have to learn kind of the foundational things before you jump into the big boy stuff. Learn how to protect your energy. Learn how to create boundaries. Learn how to manage and deal with staying balanced and grounded, things like that. But Cancer, that is all that I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, and I apologize, you guys are like the only one that I channeled pretty much the entire reading, and I apologize for that, because I really wanted to pull cards for you. But in the future, hopefully, we will have an opportunity to do that instead. So if you enjoyed this reading, or you want to wait and see if you want to enjoy a different reading, like, subscribe so you can see future videos. But again, the only place that you can get a personal reading from me, or a reading for like general, personal, anything like that, check out my Etsy shop. I also have products on there that I'll start putting up, but that link is going to be in the description box down below. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting tongue-tied now. Your guys' energy is all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and end it there, Cancer. Thank you. Thank you for watching Cosmic Cassie, and I will catch you guys next time in February if I'm not able to pop in and do a reading for you in this month, like a bonus reading. Okay. Bye, Cancer. Bye.